Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scoring all them points over there? Player of the night.
Get them in your lineups. Get them in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. Yo, what's going on? This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, where we talk a little bit about what happened last night. But such an uneventful weekend in terms of fantasy for me. I played very, very lightly, both Friday, Saturday, and Saturday and Sunday. Played very lightly. Had a full weekend, man. Got a chance to spend some time with my daughters, man. My lovely girl. A bunch of great stuff, man. So dads, man, we really love our daughters, man. And shout out to all the dads that went out with the baby girls and had a great time, man. That's awesome, bro. It's so awesome to see all the dads out there. So me and my babies, we made the Florence Morning News here in South Carolina. They checked us out, man. We were at the dance. We had a great time. It was wonderful, man. They got another shot of us here. This is a really dope night for me and my babies, man. So it was a great one. It was a great one. Awesome. So let's go ahead and jump into today's slate. We do have a 6-game NBA slate to chop up. I think we do have a couple of nationally televised games. My New York Knicks are going to be going to Philadelphia and a natty telly there. And then the late one's going to be the Phoenix Suns going to Golden State. So both of those televised games could easily be blowouts. But we don't want to predict those. We want to be aware of that status. So let's go ahead, lock in the site that we love to use. It's called RotoQL. Very solid site. If you're not up on it, you may want to get up on it, man. It's a really solid site. I love to use it a lot for just about all of my DFS needs, from NFL to NBA to upcoming MLB. And I cannot let you forget about this. We've got to start priming the pump. NBA spring training is beginning soon, bro. If you got to do anything, okay, something as simple as just watching the MLB network. I'm telling you, bro, so many people do not care enough about MLB to watch the games. That just by watching MLB games, just by watching people talk MLB, because the major thing about MLB network is that you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who wasn't an MLB player talking about MLB. It's kind of like NFL Network a little bit, but just even a little bit more intense. Like, these guys that talk baseball know baseball. So you don't have to watch every game in order to really understand what's going on. But, I mean, if you could, man, that would be dope. So please, do yourself a favor. Watch a little bit of MLB Network leading into the season. And then, of course, we're going to roll in and knock down MLB. We attacked Major League Baseball in a way that the Sharks did but won't tell you. Like some of our strategies, bro, are freaking nuts and completely proven. And I had a very nice... I had a better MLB season last year than I had an NBA. Like, my MLB season was nuts. And I know a lot of the homies can attest to how well we did last year in MLB. And I only see it getting better. I really do. I only see it getting better. So if you're looking for a DFS home, a place to get in some MLB specifically, this is definitely the place for you, bro. Definitely the place for you. DFS Sweatshop. So spring training coming up. That should be live. But let's go ahead, jump into this NBA slate. Like I said, we're going to be rocking from RotoQL, man. Very solid site. The first game we've got is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans going to Detroit. to take on the Pistons. Now, this is a first look podcast for us. I kind of want to get a read on where the two sites are ranking everybody, because I want you to look at these price points. You see the 11.4 for Davis, the 7.5. Look at those price points, and I want you to view those as rankings, because we got them here on DraftKings, and we can go over to RotoQL. They have their price points set up already, and I think that's good. I would call that their actual rankings. Okay, I would call that the rankings. Yahoo, you can but we really rock with FanDuel and DraftKings when we look at the per dollar rankings that they have, because they do theirs in hundreds. So that's why those are very important for us to take a look at. So and anytime you've got somebody that's going to be cheaper on FanDuel than they are on DraftKings, you've got a really nice perceived value. Now I'm going to break that down and explain that really quick, okay? I want you to think about DraftKings, right? On DraftKings, you have eight slots with $50,000 in DraftKings money. You have $50,000 for 8 spots. So that's about, what is that, 5.6 or something per play, right? Well, on DraftKings, you got 10 spots and you got 60,000. So you've got a few hundred more per spot, okay? Now, you have a higher minimum salary on FanDuel at 3.5 than you have on DraftKings at 3K, and that does make a difference. But you've got $10,000 more in salary with one more spot. So that means that a guy should be a few hundred more on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. Anytime you got if a guy's priced at 5K on DraftKings, he should be between between 2 and 700 more than that on FanDuel. That is just the value. Now, sometimes these sites can make hard decisions, like where they're like, well, we think this guy should be cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. Well, when they make that decision, that is one of the sites planting their flag and saying, yo, this is a great play or this is a bad play. And it's up to us to find those values, assess them, and see if they are worth jumping into. And if we come up, I'm sure we're going to come up with some of those, and we're going to talk about them as we do. So the first game we've got, of course, coming from a DraftKings perspective, I'm going to look at it from the DraftKings and the FanDuel side. It's going to be the New Orleans Pelicans going to Detroit to take on the Pistons here. This should be a good game, bro. It's a 220-point total. You've got the Pistons projected to score 111. They're only giving up 3 points at the crib. The Pelicans off a day of rest. Anthony Davis has been sturdy as fuck over the last few. Anthony Davis has been sturdy as fuck over the last few. And I think this is a game where you can really trust the DVP here. Andre Drummond at 10.1. You know we can play bigs against Davis. He doesn't really shut down bigs. And the same kind of goes for Andre Drummond here. I mean, you can play Anthony Davis against Drummond. So I think both of these guys are going to be in play for me as the first game on the slate. And we know we've done very well so far this year to play an abundance of players against the Pelicans. We've done very well this year, especially when we have a team that can get out and transition and kind of score and run with them. We've done very well to play a lot of cats against the Pelicans. And I think this game is not very different. I would like to see some cheaper price points on a couple of the lesser-known guys for Detroit, like Reggie Bullock and Stanley Johnson. But these guys are almost certainly playable. I think Blake Griffin at 9.5 is going to be playable. Stanley Johnson at 4.8. This guy we can look to, Reggie Bullock at 4.7. I wouldn't have an issue there. These are cheaper guys that I think you can use, man. On a 6-game slate, we're going to have to find value in a few of these spots. So those are the guys that I think we can get behind. Nikola Mirotic at 7K, definitely a guy I think you can consider. And Drew Holiday at 7.5 should be solid. Now, DVP, in terms of against the team that you see them facing, may not be as friendly because we've seen the teams change, especially from a Detroit perspective. But if we take a look at what Blake Griffin has done against the New Orleans Pelicans, this should be solid. 58 last time against them, 41. He's played them twice this year, 37 and 38 minutes. Played a ton, only priced at 8.6 at those times, but really great games against the homies. So I definitely think he's playable here. Drummond at 10.1. Now remember, I want you to note, these guys were not on the same team. These guys were not on the same team, so I'm sure the usage would be different. And you see Drummond 43 and 39. This is without, 43 in one game this season. This is without Boogie now. There's no Boogie here. And there was no Blake Griffin. So you got to take that into consideration as well. Ish Smith at 5.8. I want to take a look and see what point guards do. Let's go check out some DVP. Yo, this is RotoWire DVP, and I've got it set. I want to look. I've got at the last 5 games, see what point guards have been doing, and I want to take a look at Detroit and the Pelicans. The Pelicans are pretty much middle of the pack right here, and Detroit are right under them. So I wouldn't suggest going ham on a point guard play from this game, but because you got Rondo here and you got Ish Smith on the other side, I wouldn't suggest going ham on a point guard play for this game, but definitely Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, Mirotic, maybe some Etuan Moore at 4.3. All guys I think I can get behind. Let's take a look on the FanDuel side and see if there's any big value that comes from this game that we can look at and exploit. Davis 11.7, that's not huge. Drew Holiday at 600 more, that's about right. Nikolai Mirotic is the same price at 7K, so that's kind of a value because he's a $7,400, $7,500 player on FanDuel. So you get a discount in some respects from him. Drummond at 10.8, he's 700 more. That's right around on the verge of where you want him to be. Blake is cheaper, 9.2 here. Blake is the first value that jumps off to us on the slate. So I'm going to show you. So at 6x value, let's just say at 6x value is what we want, is the industry standard, right? Let's look on DraftKings. So if you look on DraftKings and we're looking at Blake Griffin, who is 9.5K. So we're looking at Blake 57 points at 6K, at 6X, right? This is what DraftKings says he's going to get, 57. Now at 5X, he's probably going to get 47, right? 47. Which is doable, okay? So if we translate that at 9.5 to over here on FanDuel, where he should be 10.2. You know what I'm saying? He should be from 9.7 to 10.2. That's what he should be, but he's 9.2. So that means you're going to get a value on Blake Griffin. If you play him on FanDuel, you're going to get a solid value. So that's going to put him in play for me, definitely. Stanley Johnson is priced up to 5.9. I want you to take a look at this. Okay, Stanley Johnson is priced up to 5.9 here on FanDuel. Well, what's his price on DraftKings? Let's take a look. 4.8. So that is $1,100. So that means so what this means. So he should be $200 to $700 more than this. Stanley Johnson should be at least from 5K to 5.5 max. He should be 5.5 max on FanDuel. Well, he's not. He's 5.9. This is FanDuel planting the flag in the ground and saying, "Yo, this guy's gonna be a good play." Or it's DraftKings saying, "Do not fucking this dude sucks." You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's the case. Okay. Quick question for the homies: when doing the core 4, how do you determine players' value or just who you like? It's eye test. It's who I like. It's the price and how frequent I have that specific player in a lineup. If I'm building 10 lineups and I've got these 3 or 4 guys that continue to show up because they make it easier for me to play other people. They're good. I like them. I like the way they play. The eye test that they pass. It's all of that goes into consideration. And see, the beauty is, if you use your own core 4 of plays, if everybody uses their own core, especially us in the sweatshop, that means a handful of us will hit every night. This season, I've seen a lot of folks, really rely more on what I pick, the guys that I pick. And while I'm totally cool with that, I think you're doing yourself a disservice when you don't step out on the limb, watch the games yourself, and come up with your own core of plays. You do yourself and the group a disservice when you do that. You know what I mean? So, but that's how I come up with it. That's my formula, and anybody can use it as long as it's true to you and what you see from the games and who you like. Okay. So Reggie Bullock, similarly priced here at 4.8, but Stanley Johnson, I like that. I like the fact that Stanley Johnson is priced this high on FanDuel. To me, it's kind of FanDuel saying, "Yo, this guy is a good play. He's damn near a 6K player that you're getting over on DraftKings for under 5K." So that's a guy that does give me. I like him on DraftKings even more, even though I like him already. I still think he's a solid play. The next game we got is going to be my New York Knicks going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. Right now, I can tell Michael Beasley is going to be unmitigated chalk. A lot of folks are going to want to play him. What I want to do is I see this 13th ranked DVP, but I want to go to RotoWire, and I want to see exactly what power forwards have been doing against the Philadelphia 76ers. That's what I want to see, especially over the last 5 games. That gives us a really solid, cue to determine. So let's look at the 76ers. Look, they give it up, bro. 46.6, 21 points, 9 boards. They not quite a double-double like, the Wizards, the Lakers, the Pelicans. See the way you use this, Oh, quick question from Nick Pringle. He says, do I get good advice from other DFS players? Fuck yeah, that's what the whole group is about. That's what the VIP is about, us chopping it up. I mean, we got cats in there that have won hundreds of thousands of dollars. Over the last year, DraftKings and FanDuel combined to pay us out millions of dollars. Over $1 million, easy. Okay? So what I'm looking at is what the Sixers do, okay? So they give up 21 points and 9.4 boards, 4 assists, a couple of steals. So this team turns the ball over enough, 1.4 three-pointers, and a 45% field goal percentage to the power forward position. Now, then I'm looking at how many power forwards are on this team. Like, how many guys are going to play the power forward, and who's going to dominate the minutes at power forward for my New York Knicks. And I can easily say it's going to be Beasley. So even though he is 6.8, I think he is a guy that I can definitely use. Enes Kanter at 7.3. I wouldn't have a major issue playing him some. I think he's definitely playable. Tim Hardaway Jr. at 6K. I would want to check on that and see at shooting guard. Let's look at shooting guard and see what the Philadelphia 76ers give up in terms of shooting guard. And this is a free information that's available for anybody, man. This is really dope. Let's look at Philadelphia and see what they give up. Okay, see, they don't give it up, bro. They're stingy to shooting guards. So that's going to pretty much take Hardaway Jr. off of the table for me. That's going to take him off of the table for me. That is. Kyler Quinn at 4.9. Of course, he's going to be usable. Emmanuel Mudiay, man, at 4.3. I kind of want to look at him. I want to see what they're going to do with him. On the other side, Joel Embiid at 10.2. As we take a look at what the Knicks do in terms of center play and how do they give it up to that center position. Yes. 19 points with 13 boards, 3 assists. Yeah, they give it up, bro. Embiid. Bro. Embiid is in play. 10.2, still, he's in play. Ben Simmons, power forward or / primary ball handler. You could definitely look to him at 8.5. I wouldn't disagree with that. Dario Saric at 6.4. Him and Beasley are kind of similar in their play styles, actually. I think he's usable. Covington at 5. We don't really love that. I don't think they're going to need a ton of great three-point shooting in order to beat my Knicks, especially since they're at home. It's an 11.5 point differential, too, so let's not be confused about that. And you cannot forget about the homie, the unicorn, Luke Cornett. Yo, Luke Cornett, that dude is a unicorn, bro. I mean, well, he's not a unicorn. He's a unicycle. We call him a unicycle. He did get some 22 minutes in one game at 3K, and he had 34 fantasy points. He went off, bro. He went off. Shout out to the unicycle. He did it all by himself. He really did. Justin Anderson, 3.4. Could be a guy you may want to look at to get some minutes off of the bench, especially in some scrub love. This is a very interesting game. Because I kind of believe in not only the point total, but I kind of believe in the point differential too. So let's go ahead and take a look over on FanDuel and see what the pricing looks like. Okay, bam, Beasley, 6.5. He is cheaper on FanDuel. So that tells you to curb your enthusiasm on DraftKings, but you can definitely play him on FanDuel at 6.5. He's cheaper. Kanter at 7K. I don't love that. Tim Hardaway Jr. stupid cheap, 5.7. This is a risk play. This turns into a risk reward play right here. What's up, big homie? Lorenzo's in the spot, man. Ethereal, what's up, man? D-Dubs, what's up, big homie? Chuck Thornton, man, good to see you, bro. This turns into, because you got Tim Hardaway Jr. is 5.7, he's cheaper. So that turns into like a really good risk play here. You can look at him. And B, 10.7. I still think that's not, too completely out of the realm in terms of pricing. You can still play him. Ben Simmons is 9K. I'm not paying 9K for Ben Simmons. Dario Saric 7.1. He's priced up some. Covington, Reddick. Don't really love a lot of that on FanDuel. Let's go. Next game we got is going to be the Los Angeles Clippers going to Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And the first thing we got to do, man, is take a look here, man, and see where the Brooklyn's rank, where the Brooklyn Nets. Look, centers. They're one of the worst teams in the league against centers. The Brooklyn Nets, they are. So that's going to tell you right off the bat. A couple of guys you can easily look at. DeAndre Jordan, yes, 7.2 is going to be in play. And I would venture to say we're going to see the Brooklyn Nets struggle against a lot of positions, bro. Against a lot of positions. Against power forwards, they seem to be pretty fair against power forwards. No. Well, yeah, they're middle of the pack against power forwards, so I wouldn't be jumping all over that that area to attack for them. Take a look at them against small forwards. Yo, I really like this game. This is gonna be a good game. The Brooklyn Nets against small forwards. Okay, they're not bad, man. Well, yeah, because DeMar Carroll is a solid defender. They're giving up 20 points and 6.4 rebounds a game. Let's take them out against shooting guards. This is probably where they get off at, against shooting guards. They're not bad against shooting guards either. Oh, man. The Nets don't seem as attackable as they have been. Because this is over the last 5 games. They've been playing pretty well over the last 5, actually. Point guards is where it's at. So hit them at point guard and center. 49.4 in the last 5. They give up 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I really wish they gave up a double-double assist-wise. 1.3 steals, which is not bad. Look at the Grizzlies, bro. They give up 4.6 steals per game to point guards. That is horrible. That told you to play Raymond Felton last night. Okay, so 2.8 3-pointers. So okay, center and point guard is where you can attack them. And Austin Rivers loves to take that bullshit step back 3-point shot. He hits it sometime. Definitely a guy you can use. I would have an issue there. And I think Lou Williams off of the bench would qualify as the primary ball handler that you could use to get to them at 7.6. On the other side, let's go back and check out. Let's check the Clippers, man. Because I think the Clippers do struggle too against point guards. They do. That's going to put Dinwiddie in play for us easily at 6.4. I think against there's some other struggle spots for them too, man. There's some other struggle spots for them. Not shooting guard, not small forward, power forward. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're the worst team in the league against power forwards. I pray that the Brooklyn Nets have a solid power forward. They're the worst team in the league against power forwards. 23 points, 16.2 boards, 6 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.8 blocks. The field goal percentage is not good, though. 38% field goal percentage. But, I mean, they give it up, bro. Shout out to the homie Lorenzo Washington, man. He had a good one. So, all right, so power forwards, bro. Power forwards. I think DeMar Carroll can qualify for that. I think that I think Jarrett Allen could qualify for that, but DeMar Carroll seems to be in play for me in this spot. I kind of like that. I think DeMar Carroll is definitely a solid play here. Let's take a look over on FanDuel and see what the pricing looks like. See, now I'm letting you into the process, bro. I'm like letting you all the way into the process. So we got DeAndre Jordan, of course, 7.8. DVP is really in his favor. Tobias Harris, 7.2. Gallinari is 6.8. Austin Rivers is 5.1. That's cheaper. That's definitely a play that I'm going to be looking at. Lou Williams at 6.8. Oh, Lou Williams at 6.8. That's definitely a guy I'll be looking at. I like that. DeMar Carroll, 5.5. I love him. I think that Spencer Dinwiddie, yes, is in play. Quincy AC, man, off of the bench at 3.9. Could be a play that we could garner some interest in. And then you look at D'Angelo Russell. He does lead the team sometimes, the second team sometimes as a point guard, which we know does give the Clippers some trouble. So definitely a guy that we could consider as well. Yeah, man. You are all in, bro. I'm letting y'all all the way in. Or then we got Orlando and Chicago. Okay. This is a 214.5 point total. You've got Chicago Bulls giving up 4.5 at the crib. When's the last time you seen the Bulls as a favorite, bro? Wow. Yo, shout out to Zach LaVine, bro. Zach LaVine is one of my favorite young players Really an exciting player. I fell in love with that kid during the dunk contest, and to see him, go through that injury last year, and then come back, and then come back, bro, and play as well as he did, especially when they invited Jimmy Butler over for dinner. Oh my God, bro! I mean, that was crazy. So I want to have a look because I think Orlando is another one of those teams that have a lot of struggle spots. And when you find a team that have a lot of struggle spots, they make it easier for you to fill out your roster because you don't have to you don't have to search every position or too long for a mismatch. Okay, so let's look at point guards against the Orlando Magic and see where that sits up. See, a lot of them cats in their podcast, they're just gonna say these things and they're not gonna actually show you. So a lot of times when they say them, they may be like, "Oh my God!" Like they would tell you, "Oh, Dallas Mavericks, they're one of the worst teams in the league against point guards," but they're fucking not. Actually, they're one of the best teams in the league against point guards. They'll tell you, "Oh, Dennis Smith Jr. is horrible on defense because the best point guard in the league or Dame went to Dallas and dropped 40 on them," and they're gonna tell you, "Oh my God, oh yes, Dallas Mavericks, Dennis Smith Jr. They're the worst team in the league against point guards." Well, actually, they're not. Over the last 5 games, they've only given up 19.7 points to that position. And over the last 10 games, 25. So they are not one of the worst teams. Like Orlando. Oh my God, Orlando sucks against point guards. You can play any point guard you want. Just plug and play a point guard against Orlando. Well, this is going to tell you that's not true. Over the last 5 games, they get up 35.4 to the entire position. That's not good. So you don't want to just roll out point guards against Orlando. You don't. You don't. That's not what you're looking for. Okay. So then we're going to be taking a look at Chicago because I think Chicago has been struggling in a few spots too. They got some struggle areas as well. Let's take a look. Okay, so they're one of the better teams recently against point guards. So you don't want to play a point guard from this game, really. You're not jumping all over that unless it's a bona fide stud. Unless it's like a bona fide stud, you don't even want to test it unless it's like a bona fide stud or a crazy 3K value that you're only rostering so we can help you out in other areas. Okay, so the point guards that we're gonna be like putting on the bench or not even fucking with here are gonna be guys like Shelvin Mack and guys like Jerry and Grant. Like I don't have to play either of them in this game, right? I don't have to play them. So let's go back to the graph and so we're looking at shooting guards against Orlando and against Chicago. Look at Chicago. Giving it all the way up. I'm talking giving it up to the position. So the question you got to ask yourself, okay, what do we do with that? Do we play Evan Fournier? Do we look at Jonathan Simmons here? And I would say the answer is yes. I would say, we take a look at both of these cats. And only one of them is going to be the play, but I think we take a look at both of them. I kind of like them here. I like them in this spot. Okay? So then we look at Chicago and see, how Chicago does. How Orlando does against shooting guards. And they're a little bit further down the list. They don't give it up all the way, but they're high up enough to where we can take a look at Zach LaVine at 6.9, and if we feel like that is a good price point for him in a game that we think is going to be competitive with two teams that pretty much don't play much defense, both of these guys, that's a guy that I think we can get behind him, and even Justin Holiday at 5K is a guy that I'm going to consider. That's how we attack it, bro. That's how we attack it. Okay, that is how we attack it. Now I also want to see centers because when I got a cheap center play like this, and Robin Lopez at 4.2, and the DVP says that he's 5th ranked DVP. I want to fact check that. I want to go back and I want to see what has Orlando been giving up to centers over the last few games. I really want to see that because if it's telling me that Orlando has been giving it up to centers, I'm going to take a shot on Rolo, but they haven't. They're actually good against centers. They haven't. So I wouldn't be in a rush. And the Bulls are even better against centers. So Bismack is not going to be a guy that I'm going to love a lot. Okay? I'm not going to love that a lot. Let's go over to FanDuel and take a look at the price points to see what more information we can compile. Fournier 6'6", yes. Jonathan Simmons 5.7, I like that. DJ Augustin's up to 6.1. I don't love that. Shelvin Mack, nah. Okay, oh my God. Are you seeing this? Look at the homie. Look at Zach, okay? Look at Zach. Okay? Zach is 8.2 on FanDuel. Zach is 8.2 on FanDuel. On DraftKings. Zach is 6.9. He is 1,300 more. This is FanDuel saying, yo. This dude is a lock for 40 points. He's an 8K player. That's what FanDuel is saying about Zach LaVine. So this pretty much now I'm not gonna jump all over Zach LaVine on FanDuel, but this is pretty much telling me that he is like my lock guy on DraftKings. You know what I'm saying? Like it's telling me a lineup without Zach LaVine on DraftKings, it could be fucked. Okay. Now I don't have to play him on FanDuel. I don't have to because the price is higher. But what it's telling me that they believe in this man to the tune of 8,000 FanDuel 8.2. That makes him a play for me. That makes him a play for me. That really does. Drew Holiday 5.5. Another one that I think we can use. I forgot to look at. I want to look at power forward because you got Larry Markkinen is a guy that you may want to take a look at too. Let me take a look. Chicago against power forwards, and then of course you got Bobby Portis. Is he suspended? Okay, Chicago doesn't give it up. Orlando doesn't give it up either. The power forwards. So that's not something I have to really worry about. So next game we got is going to be the San Antonio Spurs going to Utah to take on the Jazz. And the Jazz, back-to-back, are just waxing the fuck out of Portland. They were washing Portland last night. And you've got Pau Gasol at 4'8", Kyle Anderson. The homie was out last night. LaMarcus Aldridge. No, he's been ruled out. Right? He's been ruled out. Yeah, he's not playing. He's not playing. So you're gonna want to approach this game with caution. I mean, because you got Rudy Gobert at 6.7, who I like him automatically. Although he has not been playing stupid great over the last few. I want to take a look at what the San Antonio Spurs have been doing against centers over the last 5 games. Let's take a look at the San Antonio Spurs here. Middle of the pack, not giving up too much, but close to a double-double. So I think, Rudy Gobert can be... Yeah, this is a fadeable game right here, bro. Even on a 6-game slate, you don't have to dig into this one too much. Ricky Rubio at 6.6 did not play last night. And maybe they held him out because it was a back-to-back and they wanted him to play tomorrow or today, so maybe he could play. But right now, man, I could skip this game. This is a fade. I don't love that one. Then we got Phoenix and the Golden State Warriors, where what information we got? Draymond Green, game time decision. Jordan Bell out. Devin Booker is a game time decision here. Tyson Chandler is a game time decision. I think we do know that Elfrid Payton probably is going to start in this game. He's probably going to start in this game. And I want to see what he's done against Golden State. Something is telling me he's had decent games against Golden State. Okay, he played him twice already this year, 33 and 13. He had 46 against him in the game last year. I remember that one. So, what's his minutes been like? I want to see what his minutes has been like over the last few. Talking about since he's been traded to Phoenix. Okay, 35 and 24. Okay. I think we can play Elf. I think we can take Elf off of the shelf, man. I really do. I wouldn't have a major issue with playing him. I think we can. Let's take a look. Let's go to see against check out against point guards and where Golden State ranks. They've been clamping down recently. Yeah, they've clamped down recently on them. 36. Oh yeah, that's tough. Let's look at where Phoenix is. Phoenix, middle of the pack. Shooting guards. Phoenix gives it up to shooting guards. Clay, give me some Clay, baby. 32 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, 2.5 steals. Clay is I love Clay. Clay and Zach LaVine right now are 2 guys. I think on FanDuel I'm locking Clay and Zach LaVine. I think I am, yeah. So where's Golden State? Okay. So Golden State gives it up as well to shooting guards. Yeah, that's right. Because Clay's been playing shitty defense all year. So who does that call up for Phoenix? Devin Booker if he does play. So if D-Book does play, he's going to be in play too. And right off the back, I already like 3 shooting guards that I can rotate. Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, and Zach LaVine. Like I'm already on that. Yeah, Mike Drop says Clay gets run even if the game blows out, and I definitely agree with that. That does happen. All right, so let's go check out. I want to see small forward. Is this a Kevin Durant spot? Does this game just blow completely out? You know what I'm saying? Golden State, okay, they both do decently against small forward, so I wouldn't be completely in love with Durant or with the homie uh, T.J. Warren. Golden State gives it all the way up to power forwards, but who does that benefit from Phoenix? Is it Marcus Chris? Maybe that's a guy that you might be able to use. And Phoenix has been playing pretty well against the power forward recently. Yeah, so this is damn. And where Phoenix at against power forwards? Yeah, okay, so they've been pretty good. I don't know. Elf was on Suns. Yeah, Elf plays for the Suns now, bro. Yeah, Chris is the guy I think at power forward I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna be looking at Chris. All right, so then we go over to FanDuel. Check out some price points in this game. D-Book 7-4, same price, so that means he's even more playable if he does play. Warren 7-5, Jackson 6-8, Tyson Chandler 4-4, Durant 10-9, Curry is 10-2, Clay is 6-7. I like Clay at 6-7. We got Draymond's a game time decision at 8.6, and then Jaja. Especially if Draymond doesn't play, I'm gonna like Chris a little bit more too at 4.7. I am. Maybe Bender, no Chandler. Okay. So we're gonna be on the lookout for that. So now let's go ahead and go over to the 20K single entry dribbler, and we're gonna go ahead and put in some lines. Let's go ahead and start at the point guard spot. Who was the point guard that we did say we liked? I know Dinwiddie was somebody who we talked about. We discussed him and liking him. DeJounte Murray's that game time decision. Austin Rivers was somebody we liked against Brooklyn, so we're going to put him in there. At shooting guard, we like Klay Thompson, we like Zach LaVine, but Zach is 8.2 on FanDuel, so I would look at Klay here at 6.7 in a spot where we might not even get Draymond Green, so that would even help Klay Thompson a little bit more. Then that small forward, who do we like here? Gallinari was somebody we did talk about. We did talk about Michael Beasley some. We did like him. Jonathan Simmons was actually on our radar. DeMarre Carroll, yes. DeMarre Carroll was a guy that we did like to get some exposure to that Clipper Brooklyn game. We did like DeMarre Carroll. And at power forward, one of the guys that we did discuss some was, we talked about Blake. Talked about playing Blake. At his price point, we liked Mirotic. He was the same price on both sites. We did like him. Marcus Chris at 4.7 was somebody that we did like. So let's go ahead and put in Marcus Chris because I do want to go with some studs here. Like I want at center. Like I'm kind of thinking I want Andre Drummond here. I'm kind of thinking I want Andre Drummond. I am. I think Joel Embiid, and I think they blow us out. The Sixers blow us out. Look at DeAndre Jordan. Yes, DeAndre Jordan at center. So I can go Blake Griffin at power forward. Now I've still got 7K per player. So back to point guards, and will we end up paying down? We end up paying down for point guard, or we be able to pay up some? Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. I like that. And so we've got 6.75 per player. And I think D Book could be a solid play if we were to go there. I do. I think D Book could be a solid play if we want to go there. Fournier was also a guy that I really liked against Chicago. That's a guy we can use. And we got 6.9 left for our small forward, Gallinari, Josh Jackson, Michael Beasley. Yes, we go Beasley here. Bam. There you have it. So, let's go ahead and lock it in, bro. And we've got 400 left. 400 left. So, there we go. We got Austin Rivers, Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, Evan Fournier, DeMarre Carroll, Michael Beasley, Marcus Christ, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. This has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Signing off. Thanking you so much for coming out and enjoying the stream with me. If you want to be part of what we do every day, go to the website, www.dfssweatshop.com. Upon your paid subscription, I will welcome you into the very best Facebook group online, bro. We chop it up and get it in. A couple of options for you. First, you can pay $14.99 per month. That is 50 cents a day. Half a cup of coffee, 2 punk-ass quarters. Or $119.99 get you a full calendar year. That will take you to the rest of basketball, baseball, everything, bro. So get in with us where you fit in with us, and we will show you much love and get to the money. We keep it real. We keep it honest. And we always, always keep it 300. Peace. We out.